It's the Daily Dog.
Hey y'all, welcome back to the Daily Doug. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Y'all, you've come here on the right day. It's going to be a good one. Stevie Ray Vaughan is coming to the channel, and I am happy that you are here. It is towards the end of April, and April has been International Guitar Month. And so during this month, we've featured a lot of great guitar players, and I just could not let the month go by without including some music from Stevie Ray Vaughan. The question is, which song of his to include? Because I know several of them. Let's see. Crossfire comes to mind. His cover of Voodoo Child, Slight Return by Hendrix comes to mind. Pride and Joy comes to mind. But his song Texas Flood was recently suggested to me, and that's the one that I'm going to go with, y'all, because I don't think that I've ever heard that one. So I'm excited to do some music by Stevie Ray, and I'm doubly excited that I think it's going to be a first-time reaction. So let's get into it. Texas Flood is the title track from Stevie's debut album with Double Trouble. It was released in June of 1983. So the story of how this got started is a little interesting to me. Stevie was born and raised in Dallas, and he was inspired partly by his older brother Jimmy to take up the guitar. And as a young person, he moved to Austin, Texas, and began to make a name for himself in the local club scene. And then in 1978, he joined with bassist Tommy Shannon and drummer Chris Layton to form Double Trouble, and they began charting their career and starting to make music together. We fast forward a few years to the summer of 1982, and they are playing at the Montreux Jazz Festival in Switzerland, and they caught the eye of Jackson Browne, of all people, and Jackson offered them free access to his own personal recording studio in Los Angeles. Well, that was in the summertime. We fast forward to November, around Thanksgiving weekend, and the band took Jackson up on his offer. They traveled to Los Angeles and recorded their demo. The demo was then heard by record producer John Hammond, and they soon had a record contract with Epic Records. When they recorded at Jackson's place, it was only a 3-day process. Day one was simply just setting up the equipment. So the band recorded the album in only 2 days with no overdubs. And with the record deal, they were able to remix and master the demo, but they didn't do any re-recording. It was just the demo that got cleaned up and sent out as their debut album, and the rest is history, right? Their debut stuff. So the thing that I didn't realize until reading in here is that the song itself, Texas Flood, is a cover. It was written and recorded by Larry Davis back in 1958. But in the intervening years, it looks like Stevie Ray Vaughan's version has become much more widely known. So now the question is, which version of the song do I do? So I'm going to make use of a live performance that the band did, and this comes from the El Mocambo Club in Toronto, Canada. The performance was given during the band's Texas Flood tour in July of 1983. The original studio recording, the original song by Larry Davis, was just 2.5 minutes long. Stevie's cover on the album version doubles that to around 5 minutes, just over 5 minutes. This live version clocks in at 9.5 minutes, so that's the one that I want to go with. We've got Stevie Ray Vaughan on guitar and vocals, Tommy Shannon is on the bass, and Chris Layton is on the drums. I'm excited for this one. Y'all ready? I think we are. All right, let's hit it. Hey. Of course he would be playing in F sharp. I've got my keyboard with me. Do I want to play along in 6 sharps? The blues in F sharp. slow 4, swung. So you could write it in a swung 4 or a 12/8. There's the 5. Down to the 4, 7. Then we end up back on the 1. Right, another round of solos. Flooding down in Texas, y'all.
All of the telephone lines are down.
While floods in Texas do occur, this isn't about a literal flood, by the way.
Well, it's flooding down in Texas.
Great color to his voice.
All of the telephone lines are down.
It's a metaphor for the singer's relationship problems, right?
Well, I bet you to call my baby. Lord, I can't get a single sound.
I think that he's tuned down, too. Like this would normally be in G, but it's sounding in G flat.
Well, the clouds are rolling. Man, and I'm standing out in the rain. Well, the clouds are rolling.
Straight ahead blues groove, y'all. 4 bars around the 1 chord, couple bars around the 4, back to 1. Five, 7. Down to the 4, 7.
About to drive post Stevie Ray inside.
All right, I think I'm going to stay out of the way and watch him do his thing. Make those faces when you play guitar, right? Because the guitar is their voice. They're emoting just like a vocalist would. Okay. Lot of vibrato in his tone. And I love how the bass player is able not only to play the bass line, but it sounds like he's playing some harmony to go along with it. Especially during these solo sections. While Stevie can just play and melodically solo. Stripped down blues. He's good. I can't even play along. I'm trying to just... I want to play along, but I have to watch. I'm just trying to stay out of this way. I understand now why they didn't have a keyboard player. At least not this early on. Okay. Turn around and literally turn himself around. How the hell is he doing that? Look, Mom. No. I'll be damned. That's amazing. I've seen people turn around and play piano like that, or blind or backwards. Astounding. All right. I'm leaving you, baby. Still got the guitar behind his back. Amazing. Just cool.
I'm leaving you, baby. I'm going back home instead.
You know why he's going back home? Because there's no floods or tornadoes, and the sun shines every day.
Baby, the sun shines every day.
How cool was that? I don't think I've listened to a good old-fashioned, straight-ahead rock and blues tune like that in a while. I love the blues. It's a pretty formulaic form, but it's the formulaic bass form that allows for the musicians to put their own stamp on things, right? It allows for that. It provides the schematic to then, color outside the lines in your own way and make it sound your own. Wow. Stevie Ray Vaughan. After listening to Mr. Crowley by Ozzy Osbourne on Monday, which featured unbelievable guitar playing by Randy Rhoads, it was sobering for me to read about another massive talent that died way too young, way before his time. Randy died in an airplane accident when he was 25, and Stevie died in a helicopter accident when he was 35, just leaving a gig. And I think, as I read, it was foggy and just an accident, just soon after takeoff. So, yeah, we only got to hear and observe Stevie Ray Vaughan for 7 years during his the recording part of his career. And after more than 30 years since his death, he still looms large as one of the great guitar players of all time. And wow, we can see why. He just had an unbelievable connection to that instrument and could just make it sing and make it emote. And that's what I think separates really good guitar players from the great ones, is that, yeah, as soon as you hear it, you know who's playing. You know, you understand, yeah, that's Stevie playing the guitar. I had never heard that one, y'all, but you hear his voice and you hear the playing, and it's like, yeah, there's only one person that could be. And sadly, yeah, he died way too young, but we have great recordings from him to enjoy and to learn from and to just groove with and live with. And it's a great experience to listen to Texas Flood by Stevie Ray Vaughan as we finish out here at the end of April, a really fun set of episodes that have featured some really great guitar playing for International Guitar Month. Thanks for being with me today, and we will see you next time on another edition of The Daily Doug.